So I recently found a subreddit named Am I the Asshole, where people talk about their experiences and then they ask Reddit if they're the bad guy or not. Which sounds super healthy. Sounds like a great way to get input from others. But anyway, I was reading one post and I had to make a video about it. Here's the post. My mother is very active in the volunteer aspect of church. Yesterday, she volunteered us to clean, sanitize, and disinfect the benches outside the church's social hall. We brought majority of the supplies from home, many of which were brand new: hoses, sponges, soap, bleach, etc. After giving me instructions on how to clean the benches and how to pack up the supplies when I was done, she stepped outside to take a call. A few hours passed and she came back, telling me to hurry up since we had to get my grandmother lunch. In my distracted hurry, I forgot to grab the hose from outside, and only realized it when I was unpacking the supplies at home. I informed my mother, who didn't seem to care, and went to prepare lunch for my grandmother. After, my mother asked me where the hose was, and I told her I had mistakenly left it behind at church. Her response was, "You're gonna have to figure out if you're gonna walk back to church or buy me a new hose." Now, being a 16-year-old not allowed to get a job, I had no choice but to walk back to church. Fortunately, church is only about a half-hour walk from my home, so it wasn't too bad. When I returned, she scolded me for not making it home in the 15 minutes she allotted, despite her not telling me I had a time limit. Then she told me that since I had taken longer than 15 minutes, the food she bought me had gone bad, so she had to throw it away. According to her, because of me being slow and lazy, she had to waste money and food. I felt bad and embarrassed because I know her hours had been cut at work, and I didn't want to put any more burdens on her. Am I the asshole for taking too long to walk from home to church and back and making my mom throw my lunch away? Okay, so first off, the kid didn't make their mom throw their lunch away. She's a grown woman, she did that all on her own. Second, perishable food that's left at room temperature takes like 4 hours to go bad, not 15 minutes. And if you know that your kid isn't going to be home for a little while after you sent them out on an hour-long walk, which most kids wouldn't even do, then just put it in the fridge so they can reheat it later. They're doing you a favor. If it's 30 minutes away walking, then it would have only taken 10 minutes there and back to drive. And I don't know if you know this, but driving is just sitting with style. The perfect punishment would have just been driving them back and having them run in and go get it, because forgetting something is a normal human function. Now, if they intentionally broke it because they felt like they were doing all the work and you were just on your phone, then that would make sense. But even then, don't throw their food away. Find another punishment. Jesus. The kid mentioned how they felt bad because their parents didn't have a lot of money, but honestly, they shouldn't, because they obviously had enough money to throw food away, so it's not that much of a problem. Forgetting something isn't a choice. We all forget things, and a kid who's willing to walk an hour in order to help because they messed up by accident is a pretty good kid. But being overdramatic and petty, that's ridiculous. That's so stupid. Don't throw their food away while they're doing something for you. That's evil. Especially when you make them feel bad about it after. Could you imagine if you hired a babysitter to watch your kids and then they forgot something of the babysitter's? And so the babysitter had them walk an hour to go get it, and when they came back, they threw away your food, and then were like, "Oh, sorry, I was going to give this food to the kid, but they didn't get back in time." Yeah, no, you would fire them. That's ridiculous.